Coming soon to Netflix from the creators of That 70s Show. Eric and Donna have gotten married, and they've discovered a secret about their daughter.
I wanted to talk to you.
I knew it! All this time you were keeping it from me! You were cheating with Fez! I promise you, Eric, I wasn't doing the sex with Donna. Then why does Leia look like you? You're all a bunch of dumbasses. This is about diversity. Don't miss all the action as Donna, Eric, and Fez go on Maury.
You are not!
Don't miss That 90s Show. Coming soon to Netflix. Hey, at this point, we put a grapefruit on the screen and you'd watch it. Now, together for the first time, all your least favorite soft rock hits of the 70s you've been trying to avoid for decades. K-Smell presents Now That's What I Call Lame. Hear tracks from all of the most hated artists of the Super Suck 70s, such as Joni Mitchell,
Paradise and put up a parking lot.
Nils Lofgren, Henry Gross, Maria Muldaur, Maureen McGovern,
There's got to be a finding of time.
Neil Young,
Seen the needle and the damage done.
Debbie Boone, Mary McGregor, The Captain and Tennille, Melanie,
I got a brand new pair of roller skates.
Barry Manilow, music not available at this time, and many, many more. All the music that annoyed you at the dentist's office or at the mall is back in one easily avoidable collection. Wondered why they invented punk rock? Send no money to K-Smell Records, Box 000, Los Santos, California. So don't delay, this offer thankfully won't last long. Get yours now, before they're all pulled from Spotify. But wait, there's more! If you don't order now, you'll avoid these Super Suck artists, such as Peter Frampton. Ooh, baby, I love your way. James Taylor.
I see fire, I see rain.
And John Travolta. Gonna let her in.
Gonna let her in.
So don't wait. Operators are not standing by. Don't call. Coming soon to Amazon Prime. What happens when the most revered and celebrated series in fantasy adventure becomes the latest casualty in the culture war? You get gay hobbits, that's what. See yet another beloved classic butchered with current-day politics, gratuitous nudity, and the all-encompassing buzzword of diversity. Also, those who scream the loudest on Twitter will completely ignore it and then move on to the next thing to ruin. Watch as Amazon Prime destroys another favorite with The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. With a name like that, I expect Sonic to go jumping through some hoops. And all these studios gotta be tired of losing money at some point. Am I right?
I could not wait to go live to talk to you. Shush me. Shush. One more. We got to do it again because I have my volume on the background and now it'll pick it up. Hello. Welcome. I'll be right back. We have to talk about the Lord of the Rings thing and you have to be here for it. So anybody who's triggered by that, I don't care. Here we go. Here's your first look at Lord of the Power Rings.
Mm-hmm.
What? What kind of name is the Power Ring? Rings of Power. Power Rings. Power Rangers comes to mind. Power bands.
They kind of got Galadriel and Elrond right. I mean, she's Galadriel, who's supposed to be
this one?
the Elven Queen. But I don't. If you read the book, listen. I didn't read the Silmarillion, which is a prelude book, I believe it is, but I don't remember Galadriel wearing armor or being described as wearing armor and going into battle.
Hey, Kanye West.
Yeah, it's almost more interesting to see what else is trending.
Yeah, release the Raimi cut. Oh, what's the Raimi cut?
I don't know.
Of what?
Of Uncharted? No, it's the Raimi cut of what is this? Oh, Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3.
No.
I mean,
Nobody cares. Nobody, come on. They would have a long time ago. All right. Well, okay. Listen. Listen. Okay. All right. Okay. You know what?
It sounds like a superhero thing.
Yeah. Well, this whole story. Oh well, we have to do. We want to do.
Makeup's not waterproof very well. I mean, it's supposed to be, but you can see it.
This whole story that they're telling was told in the first 10 minutes of the first Lord of the Rings movie, and they summed it up pretty nicely. Three rings for the elven kings, 7 rings for the dwarf lords, 9 rings for the kings of men, and 1 ring to rule them all.
See, this is only familiar to me because of Blind Guardian.
Well, like I said, they told this story, and they told it more succinctly. Isildur slices the ring from Sauron's hand, and then he takes it into the mountain to be destroyed. Within Mount Doom, where it was forged, this is the only place it could. Yes, it's all yes. But you see, but look, going into any more detail than that is not interesting.
It's not a me thing. If you like it, great. I know it's like the biggest thing that's happening today, so I'm like, okay, I should probably say something about it. But apparently, everybody is swapped and looks wrong, and
this is the first dwarven woman to be nobody cared. That's why they didn't show them. Yes, there were dwarf women. Apparently, there's a big diversity initiative in Middle Earth. Oh my God! But why can't you have an elf being played by a black or Latino or Asian?
Why is his picture on this guy's shirt?
I don't know.
Is he is this guy in a band
or something? I don't know.
He's like a fan of this guy's band?
Here's a good question. Okay, if this is a prequel to Lord of the Rings, okay, and in this series, if this series is a prequel, and in this series you have all this diversity, then where was it in the movies? Okay, where were these characters in the movies? I
don't remember. Is this the one where Dracula fought the guy with the beard?
Yes, and then Abbott and Costello came in and they rescued Frankenstein. You might as well be putting Abbott and Costello into this.
I'd watch it then.
I want Abbott and Costello into this. It might actually make it watchable.
Come on, camera, focus.
Focus.
Camera. There you go.
But I guarantee you, they're gonna bring back Spinal Tap, like the Spinal Tap they're gonna have a Spinal Tap prequel, and they're gonna say, well, why can't we have an Asian man in Spinal Tap?
They could just retcon a few drummers.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, you can retcon a couple drummers, but I mean, you're not gonna have Henry Golding play Nigel Tufnell, or David St. Hubbins. Why did I say Tufnell? But this is, we're getting,
he's the one Dracula fought Magneto.
No more
That's
prequels,
it.
please.
What happened?
I'm Illis.
I swear that happened.
And for everybody saying, oh, well, I can't believe you get triggered over a black or Hispanic or Latino elf, I say F you.
But now you're like, Flight Tractor, $5 Streamlabs. Why they always go with the prequel? It's somehow easier than trying to be new and creative. Did I just answer that my own question? I think so.
Yeah.
They always like they block themselves in. Even on The Dark Crystal, I kind of lost interest because it was a prequel. I mean, it was like, okay, well, I know this is gonna end, so I'm just gonna stop watching it before I have to see all these characters die or wherever, because I don't know where this is going, but I assume it's.
Jake said this a long time ago. Jake, who joins me on Naps. Here's the problem with prequels, is that you take a large universe like this and you make it smaller. You actually, because now you have a definitive endpoint. Everything is locked. Everything is locked in. You're writing yourself into a corner. Mm-hmm. Because, and believe me, I know a thing about writing myself into a corner.
That's what kind of triggers me with any of these prequels. So,
like I said, I saw this, like, okay, Elrond, they kind of got right. And okay, now we have an interracial romance. There you go. And there's another box they have to check off. Elrond and Galadriel, okay, something we never saw in the movies, or something I don't remember from the book. Okay, we have a new character. She's up, and she's a healer and a single mother. We got another one, single mom. So okay, but this is gonna be a disaster. They
have Birdmen?
What?
They have Birdmen?
They look like moose men.
Are those moose antlers? Okay.
They look like moose.
Why?
Because they are the knights who say knee.
Okay.
I don't know, but this is gonna be a raging dumpster fire, the likes that I don't think we're gonna.
I mean, it might be fun to meme though.
Oh yeah. And
the worse it is, the more fun I have with them. So I mean, if this is like the worst show that they're doing, like just a Wokier than Thou nightmare, I'll probably watch it just to because like I don't have any investment. I know you guys are. I've seen all those sorts of Twitter like, okay, where's the beard of the woman character? Because I guess she's supposed to have a beard or be indistinguishable from the male characters.
Yeah, the dwarves are it's hard to tell them apart.
Like I've been reading up on this, so I wouldn't be completely stupid on these, but. You guys know me. I'm not like a Lord of the Rings person because I like more sci-fi in the future, like Star Trek-y things when I am watching that type of stuff. But
this requires a considerable amount of what you call suspension of disbelief
and homework, I think,
and a lot of homework.
But when I'm saying all over the place, like here's the quote of how this character is described, and it looks or is completely different. You're just going to trigger the people who know the lore inside and out.
Yeah.
So you're going to come and trigger those people. And the people like me, I'm not going to give a flying crap about this because what you're trying to say, oh, it's diverse now. I didn't care about it when it wasn't.
Well, no, that's to appease the people on Twitter who aren't
going to watch it either.
Who aren't going to watch it anyway. Who were born after 2002. Or when the last movie came out, or 2003 when the last movie came out, who never read the book, never spent a dime on merchandise, don't have any attachment to Lord of the Rings.
See, is this supposed to like get the people who didn't get into Lord of the Rings the first time, but like Game of Thrones?
I'm thinking Amazon says we need something that's like Game of Thrones.
Because Netflix did their like Game of Thrones thing.
What is the biggest thing out there? The biggest sci-fi fantasy property out there, Lord of the Rings. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do it, but it's already been done. We'll do a prequel. And we can make as many changes as we want because diversity. And because why not?
Well, I think it's more for like they'll be their version.
It'll be their version, the 25% different version of Lord of the Rings. And after Tolkien's son Christopher Tolkien, died, I mean, all bets are off. So this raging dumpster fire. Like I said, we don't need... And I said this earlier today. Lord of the Rings is a type of movie you can release every 10 years, and people will go see it.
You're saying the showrunners clearly have great respect for Tolkien, but you can't make a 50-hour adaptation without taking creative risks. There you go.
There you go.
Creative risks.
Guarantee you the female characters will do everything, and the male characters are all going to sit on their asses. Guarantee you. This is going to be a disaster. This is going to be a bigger... Which... Fat Man or Little Boy? Which bomb will this be bigger than?
I don't know. Which are those?
The two bombs they dropped on Nagasaki.
I probably won't bomb. I don't think this is gonna bomb. I think there's too many Lord of the Rings people who are gonna watch it anyway.
I think Exodus 202.
Oh, thank you for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing. The Spider says, I'm just checking the chat. He says he actually read the books.
Yeah.
All male characters will be all...
Emasculated.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
we
YouTube,
can say the word on there.
YouTube frowns on that word or not.
Sometimes they do.
But yeah.
Look, there might be some fans who want to do a documentary Middle Earth, but we're going to tell one story that unites all these things. Blah, blah, blah.
But you it doesn't look like you actually know what that story is.
Story has been updated to fix a quote attribution.
Okay, well.
Okay. That's their story.
All right. Well, okay, like I said, this is wow.
Well, then you got this crap.
Well, look, yeah.
Now they're going into the whole trollish.
Yeah, now they're blaming the fans.
It's like, look, don't blame me. I never even liked them that much. I mean, I kind of saw them with retracts, but I know they're not my thing. What if
you don't want this series at all? Diversity doesn't make a difference. What if you say, okay, I don't want this.
Yeah.
You're giving me something that I do not want. I've read the books. I've seen the movies. I own the extended versions of the movies. And that's a slog to get through. All right. I don't care. What you're selling me does not interest me.
Who are these people who feel so threatened or disgusted the idea that Elf is black or Latino or Asian?
I'm disgusted by the idea that you need to make this into another series.
I'm disgusted that you have to use people of ethnicities other than your own to hide behind as a shield if you make any show changes. That's what I meant. Like you have existing source material, and you have to go and make changes. Why? You already if people liked it before, what makes you think they're going to like it more now that it's different for any reason? Let's say you recast or you replace elves entirely with Vulcans. Just replace them all with Vulcans from Star Trek and see how your Lord of the Rings fans are going to like it. That's the problem I see here, is when they're taking the lore of the show, changing it to swap out for whatever modern day Hollywood initiatives. And then they try and attack people who are just coming in casually. What about the regular, normal people who aren't part of this culture war bullshit? What about the regular people? Then they get caught in the crossfire. That's what happened to me with Star Trek, by the way, is that I just said, hey, why the hell is this character terrible? And they called me a racist. They called me a whatever other name in the book. Because I said, why is this written poorly after the fact, after it aired? And I was already questioning why we needed a prequel, why we needed this. It's like they keep making the same damn show over and over again, regardless of what franchise. It's got to be a prequel. It's got to have all these changes to it. We have to modernize it, fix it, tell you why it was wrong in the beginning, why it sucked initially. And this is existent. And like, I don't even like Lord of the Rings. And I'm triggered by these articles that just want to attack people who like this. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me? How dare you use diversity hires to use as a shield? Are we a circus freak to you? Are we something that you just stick in your pocket to say we're basically become a mask? We're these people's version of a mask. Whenever they have like a woman or an LGBTQ person or something, where they pull us out when they need to use us to prove how not racist they are in Hollywood, and I'm sick of it.
That's their get out of racism card.
And I'm sick of it. I'm like, okay, well, you know what wouldn't be a problem if you don't deal with these changes and I'm not even talking about racial changes. I'm talking about any sort of changes.
You know this is going to come up. This isn't the end of this, and this is going to come up again as soon as Sunday rolls around, when they show the trailer, and everybody sees how bad this is going to be.
Oh, we already have the trailer.
We do?
Yeah, you made it.
Oh yeah.
But see, now we can add. We'll have an updated one. But that's what it feels like to me. I'm like, I get tired of it. I'm tired of dealing with these articles that just want to blame, oh, you're just racist, you're just sexist. Really? How well did that work for Star Wars and Star Trek and all these other properties, where all they want to do is tell us all that we're all a bunch of Vistaphobic, terrible people. I'm tired of proving that I'm a better person than a bunch of assholes. Sorry, than a bunch of people who are so racist and sexist, they only see the color of somebody's skin when they're hiring them. Yeah. Like I'm done trying to prove I'm better than those people, because you know what? I don't care about being better than people who are proving anything to these people. I don't need to prove anything to anybody.
Yeah, well, I'm done. Like I said, this is gonna be
Hopefully it'll be so bad it's entertaining. Hopefully it'll be like Batwoman. I'm rooting for it to be terrible.
Oh,
so
me too. Me too.
It.
Listen, if it's good, I'll gladly say it's good, but all signs point to it not being.
And for me, it's like, I wouldn't even notice if you race swap these characters if you didn't go around saying it and then yelling at me about it. Because I don't remember any characters in Lord of the Rings. I watched them once with riff tracks synced up in about 20 and 40-minute chunks at a time. Don't remember much of them because fantasy just... I'm a Star Trek nerd, so forgive me if I'm trying to figure out how they have magic in these situations. My brain works too much, and if my brain is trying to figure out too much, then I just go and do something. Anywho, that's beside the point. So if they hadn't specifically gone out of their way to make these sort of articles that just attack people... Oh, there's one more article that we got to talk about with this one. It's Abounding. Yeah. Amazon Prime Video uses Vanity Fair to attack critics of the Lord of the Rings Power Rings as trolls.
Of course they do.
The Power Rings.
Hey, you ever see trolls in Lord of the Rings? They're big and tough and burly, and
I don't
as
know.
expected, the year of modern and woke Hollywood, Lord of the Rings brings power. Executive producer Lindsay Weber.
You want me to read
it? Yeah.
As expected, in this modern era of woke Hollywood, Prime Video's Lord of the Rings, The Ring of Power, executive producer Lindsay Weber explains in a puff piece for Vanity Fair. The show altered and race swapped multiple characters in order to reflect what the world actually looks like. It's not a real world, though.
Stop. This is not. It's Middle Earth. For all you people who say it's fictional characters, it's a fictional fucking world. Pardon my language.
It doesn't look. This is my big problem with Lord of the Rings.
People don't have to look like us.
This is my problem with Lord of the Rings in general, is it a real world or is it not a real world? Because if this is supposed to be a real fucking world, why don't we have archaeological remains of hobbits and dwarves and elves and whatever the fuck other species they have in the show? All right, stop telling me, and please stop telling me I need to see myself on screen, because they never actually show me on screen. Then they get triggered when I say it, so. Sorry, I'm yelling. Yeah, attack me, who was gonna stay out of it. I was just gonna mock it, but they're like, no, you're all racist. Oh, fuck off. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm not gonna prove anything to these people because they already have their goddamn. We had one in chat. They already have their fucking minds made up. They already assume everything about you. So I'm like, fine. Mm-hmm. We'll just assume that they're low IQ, low information people.
We've got a full summer to make fun of it. It's September 2nd. and let me tell you, if you think you're gonna shame people into watching this by calling them names and by saying no, it doesn't work like that. If you think any even bad publicity is good publicity,
not anymore. No,
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Doesn't work like that.
Doesn't work. It hasn't worked like that for a few years. Just go ask Star Trek. Okay. This is gonna be a disaster.
The Ring of Power. Oh, see, that's all this is gonna be. This is just gonna be, I can make some money off of mocking this thing because that's my job, is to take the bad, stupid, wokier than thou TV shows that just want to lecture us about how bad we are. I don't care.
Just when we thought the woke area of Hollywood was over.
The problem I have with this is they never say what they're going to do to fix anything. They just add more racism on top of it by race swapping and by doing all these things. So, and then they go into this, you need to feel this way about this. But if you have an opinion, we're going to cancel you because you're not of this ethnicity to have an opinion. So this is my problem, and I am going to, and I've made a promise to everybody on this anyway a few times over already, that I do not give a flying crap about these people who want to go and call viewing audiences, or people they feel that disagree with them politically, or people they feel disagree with you about TV. These people who call everybody racist for it, that is just noise, because they're treating racism the way these holier than thous used to treat religion back in the day. And you used to be able to appease those people by finding Jesus or denouncing the sin or the evil. This, you can't even find any other way other than pointing out how racist they themselves are. That's the only way to win with this religion, is to point out their own racism and to find the loopholes and to twist their own words around at them. So, if they think that it's okay to you, they have an equality and diversity officer. See, this is what they do. They actually use the word equity now, because the new wokier than thou Hollywood and SJW-isms want people as a commodity. They need equity so they do not have to be equal to anyone. And this is why they're still using equity, commodities, people as commodities to be traded and pimped out and put in front of a screen to dance for us. And that's what they're doing with these characters. Anytime you see this in woke Hollywood, when it's their woke initiative, it is just to further own and control the lives and the thoughts and the decisions of their diversities. Because we all know how they treat any diversity who has a difference of opinion. They go right to the racial slurs. They go right to all this.
Mm-hmm. I'm done.
Yeah, and I don't care. I wouldn't have even noticed because I don't know the names of any of the characters anyway. But then again, in my universe, Dracula fought Magneto, so
Yeah. And mine, they fought Abbott and Costello.
I am going back to my live chat. Don't you go anywhere. We had a 20-minute version of that. You want to edit that?
Not really.
I got 10 more minutes of stuff. We're only going to be live about 10 more minutes here because Jeff's going to go live.
Jeff said 7 my time, which means East Coast from what it says.
I don't know. You want to check? Well, let me see. Let me double check now.
Let me go. Let me see.
Let me double check now. I thought, because that's 5 my time. Let me see. See if it's set up.
Oh, look, he had it.
Yeah.
Look.
No. Where? Ooh.
It was on the front page.
It was, and now I lost it.
Look, Wokebusters, where?
Okay, yeah. They're going live in about 12 minutes here, so. Okay. So I wouldn't want to go too much on top of that. I might come back later in a few after for like a game night, so. All right, you go get ready.
Go get ready. He said you're welcome to.
Okay, well, I'll probably be making dinner in a bit, too. I just wanted to do a quick show to talk about, like, the 2 biggest things, just so I had the 2 biggest things, you know.
Crop me out,
huh?
Crop me out.
Crop me out. I will. I got one more big thing, and I'll probably edit that out myself in a bit here.
My Bluetoothy headphones.
So that's my thoughts on the Lord of the Rings stuff. As a non-fan, I'm upset for you that you got to deal with that stuff, because that's exactly what I had to deal with Star Trek. I would just complain about it online. I would find, oh hey, all these people like Star Trek online. I came up because I'm kind of a boomer. I'm the old granny who's off, playing Pokemons and saying everything wrong, right? In the immortal words of Sharp the Insult Comic Dog, the show will good. Count Dooku versus Dracula. Who would win? Baby Yoda. Oh my god, Baby Yoda and the Rancor. Okay, the Baby Yoda and the Rancor. I gotta talk about that. Well, has everybody seen it? So, as you guys know, I don't pay for my own Disney Plus. For me, but I do enjoy and partake in Disney Plus shows from time to time on the freezies. And so the Baby Yoda bit was cute. I liked the little end part where he goes in nappies with the Rancor. We're going to probably do a video on that. I'm thinking about, should I put them all... I can put like the 3 or 4 of them up and then put the last one up tomorrow. We'll work on that. Rob, tomorrow we'll put up just Baby Yoda or just Mandalorian Boba Fett trailers. I've got like 3 of them to put up live. And then we got one more to do, so. To record and write. Because we got to figure out what was the best bits of this last episode, so. I'm not a granny.
They call the Scooter Gang the Mods. Just remember that. And one of them actually has a skinny tie.
They're so stupid. All right, one more thing. This is my social issue video of the week. All right, I'm going to record, so be quiet. It's the problem with having a loud person next to you. I'll make the burgers after I get off the internet here. Get off stream. Get off the internet like an old person. I'm canceled for using the default emoji now. Hello everyone, I am Mecca, and in the latest thing to cancel me over, it's been a few, don't worry, we've done the apologies and we're trying to, who cares, subscribe or hit the bookmark on the channel. Sorry I'm late, Mecca, remember, royalty never pays, it's protocol. Oh, thank you so much, calling you in for the super chat, I appreciate it. What are we talking about? Emojis. It's going to pop up. There you go. Thank you. I appreciate it. Where's the beef? I don't know. The beef is... They don't want us to eat that anymore. Is that the next thing? That's got nothing to do with anything. Pork versus Baby Yoda and cuteness. Baby Yoda's cuter because he's not a birdie. He's more of like a kitty. He's kind of closer to a kitty. I think. Emojis are racist. No, they're not. They say they are. Which skin color emoji should you use? The answer can be more complex than you think, says NPR. Bite me. Just bite me. I do not like spending hours on customization and changing and finding and fiddling. Nor do I think it's necessary to have one of every color of the rainbow of emoji anyway. I thought we had yellow for a default for a reason. Because The Simpsons is the master shade of fake people. Fake people. We're talking about fake people here. The emoji is meant for everyone. And fakeness abounds. Nobody is any. I'm not even this one. I'm not that one. I'm not any of these. Where's mine? Where's mine? Hold your hand up to any of these emojis on screen. Tell me which one looks like you. Because I would assume this one's supposed to be me in the middle. That doesn't look like my skin color. Then again, I am a vampire. They want us to cancel emoji. Oh, it's a 5-minute listen. I thought it said lesson. It might as well be a lesson. Health. Heath. Health. Oh, hoof. Heath Racelia identifies as 3/4 white and 1/4 Filipino. I don't care. Can you identify however you feel now? Is your racial identity now up for debate? Because I think it has been. Look at Ollie London. Not only did he change his ethnicity to Korean cosmetically, now he's trying to get his you-know-what shrunk because he's an istophobe and says Koreans are tiny. In the downstairs. The downstairs. So you can identify as however you wish, making this moot and pointless. When texting, he chooses a yellow emoji instead of a skin tone option because it feels it doesn't represent any specific ethnicity or color. It doesn't. It was the default. We started using emojis because bright yellow was like the default and they were face emojis, like a smiley face, and the yellow popped on screen. And it felt like it was neutral to everyone because nobody is bright yellow except Bart Crapping Simpson, and he's fake. He's not real. Neither are these skin shades. Just like bandages. This is the same bandage argument. He doesn't want people to view his text in a particular way. He wants to go with what he sees as a neutral option and focus on the message. And shouldn't he be allowed to decide? Is it a he? Is it a he, him? Did you ask his pronouns? Oh, NPR, you're canceled. I present as very pale, very light-skinned, and if I use the white emoji, I feel like I'm betraying that part of myself that this. We're thinking too much of emojis. Do we really care this much? Are we triggered? Show of hands in chat. What emoji do you guys use? Black Phoenix, I never bother switching the race of these emojis. What's the point? It's an emoji, right? I mean, doesn't that create yet another way to separate and label yourself when you might want to remain anonymous, when you might want to go into a situation like a chat room on YouTube where we're talking about Futurama and Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, and it's not necessarily something that is relevant to your day-to-day life. Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask because I never felt I needed the information because I never felt I treated people differently based on which one they picked. But then maybe people do. Maybe people are just a bunch of istophobes out there. Maybe that's super istophobic by saying that I didn't feel specifically because we're not allowed to speak on our own experiences. I don't know. I'm just asking questions. Doing this is a waste of time. Doesn't it feel like that? That's my kind of take on it. I tweeted back to, I think, NPR. When I tweeted about this, I said, I like the default setting because I don't even like changing customization in video games. I feel like it's a waste of time. I just want to get in there and get my tweet out and get my day done. In 2015, 5 skin tone options became available for hand gesture emojis in addition to the default Simpsons like yellow. Choosing one can be a simple texting shortcut for some, but for others, it opens a complex conversation about race and identity. Do we have nothing to talk about anymore? NPR. Like, I get that people might want to go in and say, I want to pick this one. I like that there's the option available. But I also don't want to be shamed for picking the default. I don't want to be ashamed. Is the yellow emoji really neutral? It's default. It wasn't supposed to be neutral. It just meant default because yellow represented nobody. It's like the Band-Aid color. You know, the default Band-Aid color that doesn't look like anybody, so everybody just goes with the clear ones or with Paw Patrol or Frozen, you know? A 2018 study published by the University of Edinburgh looked at the use of different skin tone emojis when it's referred to as modified emojis on Twitter. I feel like it's a personal preference, like a pronoun. If you want to put your pronoun, go ahead. But don't force somebody to change for you. And this is where it feels like it's going to. It feels like it's going to, well, if you use the wrong color of emoji, if you use the yellow and don't find and try and identify, then it's like, do I really have to take a DNA test before I use a crappy emoji? Modified self-representation. Alexander Robertson, an emoji researcher at Google and PhD candidate involved in the study. Instead of, I don't know, figuring out ways to get the crap off of this planet so we can find aliens out there who tell us this is stupid to be worrying about when we have global things going on at the moment. We have solar flares coming from space. We have messages coming from space. We have, I don't know. I don't get it. People with darker skin who use them in higher proportions and more often. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. If people say, hey, this looks like me and I like it, great. The Atlantic found that some white people may stick with the yellow emojis because they don't want to assert their privilege by adding a light-skinned emoji to a text or to take advantage of something that was created to represent diversity. So yeah, we aren't even allowed to in our own little crazy heads as white people who are like, well, we have white privilege, so we can't use the white emoji because then people are going to be offended. So we stick with the yellow because it's neutral. Perhaps like Heath Roselia, they simply don't want to think about how their message could be interpreted. But Zara Rahman, a researcher and writer in Berlin, argues that skin tone emojis make white people confront their race, as people of color often have to do. So you're meaning to punish people? The world is just crazy and weird. I saw something about the Olympics. Over there. That's the other thing. Like, yeah, nobody's talking about the Olympics anymore either. Morby uses a dark emoji. I don't know how on YouTube to do it. I just type the damn emote code and let me do an emote. I don't care enough to switch the colors. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't want to be yelled at for not switching the colors because I don't even know how to do it. Like, let's be honest. I don't know how to do half of this stuff. I don't know how to answer a DM on Instagram, for crying out loud. Do you think I really know how to switch out an emoji color? They come up yellow, so that's the color the emojis are. Because it's an emoji and it's meant to convey, you know, liking the video and subscribing. And thumbs upping and all that and not anything else. It never was supposed to be I'm saying this as a person of a this. It's just a way to go or I am Mecca. I am going back to my live chat. Don't you go anywhere. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Total anarchy. I'll probably do another stream tonight. I am getting starving and I know Jeff's going to go live in a minute here. So, how do they make these mental leaps? More to the point, why? I don't know. It's crazy. I might just leave this video up. What do you guys think? Just leave this one up? Just leave this one up as a instead. Oh, and thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up. I know. I was worried that people are gonna be like super mad at me when I don't know anything about Lord of the Rings, and I know it's like a huge topic right now that's going on. Leave it up. It's good. Okay. All right. Well, I'll probably clip out the stuff later then, especially the emoji part, because I think that's more of a short video topic. Pokemon. I'll probably do some Pokemon later. I might hop over to Twitch if it's during their book stream, because I know Rob's gonna be live, so I don't want to be bleeding out and competing so much. But I'm gonna make some dinner here pretty soon. I don't remember when I even ate. I think it's like 4 hours ago. So this day I hope it stays up or gets clips in little videos. That's what usually happens. Is I'll usually go through and clip, and I'll usually what am I gonna do? What was I saying? I'll usually edit something funny, and the Bender one I'll probably have as a funny edited video. because that's got its whole thing. And there's only 3 topics on the whole video, so I know you guys got to put up with Rob on that. But thank you for letting me bring him on, because if he wasn't here, I probably wouldn't even talk about the Lord of the Rings stuff. And I don't like letting you guys down, so. Are you gonna cook my carnivore burger tonight? I don't know. It's just whatever meat I got in the fridge. Oh, I got my hair done yesterday, too. How's it look? I got the real dye for it. Because the real stuff is better. I got too much hair. I have too much hair. like seriously. I have way too much hair. Great title, love it. It's a Dunpster. It's worse than a dumpster fire. It's a Dunpster. So here you get to see all the people who are like, you're a racist for that. No, I don't care. Oh God, like I care anymore. It's like if I'm gonna let every person who calls me a dumb name on the internet have any power over me, I would never leave my house. And I got like real world shit to do. Open skeptic on Lord of the Rings. I'm not that great at fantasy and that type of stuff. Like it's just so hard for me to concentrate on story wise, because it feels like I feels like I ask too many questions. It feels like I'm stopping every 5 seconds to get every backstory of information of everything, and yeah. Enjoy your dinner. The hair looks lovely. And Colin Ewan, thank you so much. I do see your super thanks. I do see those on videos, so thank you so much. Alright, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Short stream, but I think we got a lot accomplished. Sure, we'll leave it up as a video. Why not? There's 3 topics in here, and I'll clip up stuff later. So thank you guys so much. Go raid World Class Bullshitters. Rob's going to be over there if you like him. And who knows, I might hop on or something. We'll see. I got to make dinner first, though. Bye!